But I mean, look at this thing, right? That is badass. Like, what a fun platform. I have not zeroed in the red dot, but the LPVO on there from Sightmark is in fact zeroed in. And I just want to say, I really like this LPVO. I've ran quite a few, and I've had some issues with a few different brands in the past with the zoom adjust, where it's really sticky and stiff. You guys might know who I'm talking about there. Big brand, and it's frustrating. It's almost like you have to run that thing a bunch to wear it in. This guy is not the case. And again, I said it's a 1 through 6, which I think is perfect for this rifle. A 6 power, you know, with a 7.62 by 39. Realistically, I might take it out 250 to 300. I think you're maxing out a 7.62 about 500 yards, and with a 6 power, I don't really plan on reaching out to 500 yards. It's certainly possible, and I think it's definitely possible with this rifle. I'm not here to say that it's not, but for me, I'm not that great of a shot at long range, so this is an ideal setup for me. I really like it. I'd like to throw this scope on a couple different ARs as well, switch it up a little bit, but since I got the scope, this is kind of what I've been running, and I really like it. The glass is just premium. One of the big things that you'll find when you're looking into like high quality optics is you want to find something with really nice edge-to-edge clarity. All sorts of optics out there are going to have a nice clarity in the center of the glass, but when it comes to like Japanese glass or Austrian glass, you'll find that the edge-to-edge clarity is what's going to make or break a fine optic, and this one has it. And it comes in at a real decent price point. For what I'm using it for, it's fantastic, and I've really enjoyed it. It has everything I need. I'm not really a big fan of the tactical turrets where you can adjust without taking the dust cover off. I prefer to have that on there. In my opinion, it's a cleaner look, and yeah, it's been phenomenal. So I'm gonna see how fast I can go through this mag. The rifle's cooled down a little bit. I do have goon tape over this right here because I absolutely love my boys over at Goon Tape, and I want to represent. I had thought if like it may affect the accuracy of the rifle, but I mean, this thing isn't meant for, you know, long range accuracy, because you're clamping, essentially clamping the stock to that barrel, as well as the barrel's going to heat up, right? And that goon tape might melt a little bit, but it's also kind of a nice spot to grab the rifle, wrap your thumb around if that's the way you like to hold a rifle, and it's not as hot as it is on the barrel. The barrel's fairly warm right now. So kind of a nice feature, but let's run through it and see how quickly we can do a mag dump. There is one downside to having an LPVO on a bolt action, and I'm sure anybody who shoots bolt action rifles will know that, you know, the scope can certainly get in the way of your hand, and if you're not really used to shooting bolt actions with scopes, then your thumb's going to hit it, which mine has already quite a few times. Another feature of the Ruger American is that it does have a double safety, so there is a round in the chamber, so I'm not going to mess with the safety here, but it's 2 clicks up, so 1 click locks the trigger, 2 clicks locks the bolt, I believe. So let's see what we can do here. You got it. These hollow points definitely don't like to cycle as nicely as an FMJ would. Kind of hard to know when you're out when you don't have a hold open, right? Yeah, so you have it, guys. The Ruger, so essentially the Ruger American Ranch is what it's called. The Ruger American is their whole series. This is the Ranch rifle with the tan stock and the shorter barrel. There's the Ruger Americans with I think 18 and 20 inch barrels. Obviously I wanted to go shorter, and then if you want the 7.62x39, I believe this is your only option. I don't think they make it in the other models of the American series. And obviously with 7.62x39, the 16-inch barrel is plenty. You know, this is kind of the way to go. It is a 5/8x24 thread on there. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm running the Huxworks 7.62 Ti Flow on there. And yeah, so if you guys are looking for kind of a unique, cool build that you can throw 75 round drums on, this is definitely the one. Hit up OccamDefense. You're definitely going to want to get this kit. You know, if you end up with one of these rifles, I've heard that you can run the Mini 30 mags in it. So it's the Ruger's 7.62x39 semi-auto, similar to the Mini 14. So you can run those mags, but they're expensive, they suck. No one likes them, no one uses them. So hit up OccamDefense, get their RUK kit. The iron sights are sold separately, but I definitely recommend it. It just puts the whole vibe into place, and it really just brings the rifle together. I'll get some photos of the rifle with just the iron sights as well. But this thing is just a blast. It is so much fun. It's really cool to take to the range with your buddies, and you know, like, bolt action, but then you pull out a 30 round mag and you're like, here you go, let's see how fast you can run through it. I'm not too quick on it, but I'm sure others are. And yeah, so if you guys have any questions on it, please feel free to hit me up, drop a comment. I'd be happy to answer any questions. The installation is super simple, and I'm sure anybody with a monkey brain can figure it out. So appreciate you guys joining me on this one, and we'll catch you on the next one.